Hi, welcome. We one day before the boat show in Düsseldorf opens, so it's the 19th of January 2024. We're on board of this BRABUS Shadow 1200. Super excited to be here. This boat gonna come to Mallorca, we hope around March, April, and very grateful for the owner to let us first put his boat here on the boat show and then later bring it to Mallorca, where we're gonna have a really good time, enjoy this boat. We're based on an Axopar 45, so just opposite we have the Axopar 40, the Axopar booth, where we have two Axopar 45s, the cross cabin and the cross top. And here we on a Shadow 1200 cross cabin, based on the 45, same like hull design. Biggest difference, they take the boat out, they bring it to their own production in Poland, where they have their own shipyard from BRABUS Marine, where they then build this beast, but they make this really big change from the Axopar 45 to make it into BRABUS Shadow 1200. And now it's not only having triple V10s here in the back, it's more, and that's what we're gonna find out in this video. So starting in the back, where we just boarded from the platform, difference V8 to V10. So we have 400R, so the racing version of the 400 V10 Mercury's here in the back 3 times. That brings us to 1200 horsepower, hence the name Shadow 1200. We're expecting to reach speeds up to 55, 56 knots on the sea. That means as well we're gonna go for cruising speed of way above 40, 45, 44 knots. Or talk it differently, we have from Mallorca to Ibiza, it's 55 nautical miles. That means this boat gonna bring us from Mallorca to Ibiza in just 1 hour, 15 minutes. So the cruising speed is like the bigger number than actually the top speed. Nobody gonna go full speed in his Porsche or in this BRABUS Shadow 1200, but it's the availability of this high cruising speed which makes it so attractive. Let's get on board. We're gonna start in the main cabin, where the key features of this boat are stepping on board in this very new design doors to come to the center of the boat, and in where we have our helm and where we have the whole control system. You see the opening of the side doors are super wide. And when you come inside now with Julian, who's filming, the doors open, we have a really open feeling. So it's not like we're in a closed cabin boat. But once closing the side doors, they were locked in an open position. And then I have a sunroof, electric sunroof in the back and one other in the front. Now we're gonna enclose it and see how really protected we are. And that's always where I sometimes see the danger. Just a few days ago, I was driving, so they closed to the almost full position, and then you have to confirm that you want to close the roof entirely. And now we're really well protected. And here comes a bit, not the danger, but what you don't realize really, how fast this boat is actually going. Just Friday last week, on Saturday last week, I was on the Shadow 900 in Mallorca, where it was 10-15 degrees, and we were going along with 35-40 knots, and you don't feel it because we were so well protected. The boat manages and behaves so nice. It's well insulated against, or soundproofed, that you don't really feel these high speeds you're achieving in a cruising speed or even in a top speed. And people ask a lot about this roof. You can see light through here on both sides. But same there, it's not that you have massive amounts of sound or massive amount of air coming in. It's really nicely protected. For filming, now I'm just gonna open it again so we get some more light in here. If you have not seen the Axopar 45, we can't compare. So there's nothing comparable. Of course, the form and the functionality more or less is similar to the Axopar 45, but the rest is completely, it's more than BRABUS sized. It's BRABUS sized plus. Materials are very, very different. It's a fine leather in the seats. Here it has a very nice haptic, feels good. Then what BRABUS is renowned for, what they do a lot with their cars, is to put these carbon upgrades really all over the boat. You have the BRABUS lettering in here, carbon all over on the seats here. The backrest or the back parts of the seats are full of carbon. And when I move back now, seating in our main cabin, which is designed like or from the logic arrangement, it's exactly the same, but again, it's a huge step up, and I can say I'm very proud, and I think you see it in the video as well, to get this boat to Mallorca. The texture, the textile here on the inside with the logo again. Happy to get this boat to Mallorca. In storage wise, if you don't have an air condition, you would have storage on these here left and right. Now we have here air condition of 10,000 BTU for the aft cabin, another unit for the main saloon, and there's a third unit which then gonna chill in the bow. And for some small storage, you have behind the backrests here on port side and on starboard. You have here the hidden storage compartment underneath here. Table, I would guess you could sit probably 8 or even more, 8 to 10 people here. This table swivels, so depending on what you wanna do, it swivels, and then of course it moves. Bring it here back to sit here nicely in the back. I would say 10 people. I think we did a Instagram video in Cannes where we tried how many people you can fit, like not too crowded. I think we put 14 people here around this table. So it's a decent sized table. Let me swivel it back, and to have it here stored away. Another storage we have underneath here. And same as you move back and forward the table, this whole wet bar or kitchenette can be moved forward or backwards. Going to this kitchenette, on this one you could have a cooking plates here. We have now a sink. Optional would be here some cooker or cooktop. On this boat we put 2 plugs here, as they're going to be a nice coffee machine for the owner. He's into this coffee, so we're going to make sure we're going to install a very nice coffee machine. Huge drawer fridges. They have a removable ice compartment on the top, which is removed on this boat already. On the other side, it's the ice compartment still in. Storage for cutlery, plates, and all the kitchen utilities you need are in here. And then a second drawer underneath here. Same as that, another drawer, probably for some bigger pots or stuff in here, to finish off with the kitchen. The second fridge, I think, as I mentioned already, is on this side. And just when we walked forward, that's something BRABUS took from their G-Wagon. So we have touch screens here where we could put different data from the NMEA data, speeds, temperatures, rounds per minute, water temperature, cooling temperature. So for you passengers, or for if you have a captain who's driving, so you have some information or infotainment, actually to be able to more to get engaged more in the ride. We had these doors open in the front. Now comes a little bit of like a very nice hit from what they've done now, is this to make this versatile cross cabin. Let's say you're at anchor, so you're not focused anymore on this driving compartment. Now they're still setting up the stand on the neighbors. So I'm gonna close it here again and demonstrate you on the other side. You can open here to make really you widening your living space or your utilizing space. You have the table here, picture sitting here with some friends. You widen here, you have this open suddenly, and then with this balcony, it's a balcony hatch. You can as well sit outside You still connected with the table in the inside. You're not. Imagine this being closed, then you would be really sitting on yourself. This wouldn't make much sense here, but to have this connection, suddenly makes a lot of sense. This one is all manual, so there's a weight and a counterweight, and you can see you can open and close with a finger, and then when you have it closed, you just lock it in place to make it not open. But there's no electric or no hydraulic engine you would need to drive it, so you don't have the risk of an engine failing or the hydraulic failing, so you would have to limp back with these balcony doors in an open position. Panels here, this all very detailed, where they put a lot of thought in and a lot of craftsmanship as well. I've been to the factory 3 weeks ago, where we had this dedicated team doing. So they bring a team in which then finishes the whole boat, and they're very proud. They've been here. They came here to put some final fittings in here. They're very proud of what they've achieved, and I can just congratulate them as well that they've achieved, or they've done a really good job. Finishing this boat. There's still some final touches to do, so that's not the final product. It's gonna go to Germany, to Mallorca, but we're nearly there. Driving. I've been driving lots on the 45 cross top, a little bit on the 45 cross cabin. So I haven't experienced this 1200 horsepower, but what we're expecting, or what we've seen already in the 45, is that this boat handles almost better than a 37. It's something between a 28 and a 37 from handling. It takes waves. It takes this chop what we normally have in Mallorca, this like up to meter 20 waves, or like wind waves, perfectly. Big rollers like we have after a storm. That's something where I've never experienced the boat driving like this, and I'm expecting with this extra power to be even more profound in these conditions, the prevailing conditions we have in Mallorca. Driving, that's what Axopar is all about. This was BRABUS Marine is all about. This is like 100% a driver's boat, but it's 100% even in the 45-foot range, a boat I want to be able to handle myself. So I have all the tools necessary, joystick system, I have the control for the trims, I have a bow thruster here on my helm, I have a throttle kit next to the door, which seems like a small detail. Why don't you put the cockpit or the helm in the middle? It's a really easy reason. Coming back into the port, I have a big midship cleat on my starboard side as well on the port side. So I can be driving, hands on the throttle, hand on the joystick, or I can even be steering while I'm having the cleat here. So I have a midship cleat which can control the full boat without me needing to go run forward or backwards. As long as I have midship cleat secured on a dock or on another boat, I do raft along. I'm 100% safe. The boat can't go anywhere. We in a good position. Criticism came, like the windows are tinted. So the windows are standardly tinted to keep the heat out, which means as well, especially at night, you get some more reflections. Coming back into the harbor, the visibility goes a little bit down. Two tools which are gonna help me. First, I have a bright light, like a floodlight almost going forward. I have a night vision camera which is installed on the mast. I have a reverse camera, and as my helm position is so perfectly to all what I need as a captain, I can easily step out, look back, look forward, see on the side. So it's really a driver's machine they've created. Just on a short thing, we have 2 throttles, 3 engines. That means when I put one forward and one in reverse, the center engine would stay neutral. So I'm just working with the outer engines. Let's say maneuvering in the harbor, I want to put one forward and one reverse. The center one would stay neutral, and the starboard or port would go forward or reverse. Same when I work with the joystick, the center engine stays centered, and the other ones to do their thing, playing with the power going forward or reversing back. I think this is all. We talked about this lots in the videos for the 45. And yes, this is BRABUS. This is really BRABUS, and now comes another big step for BRABUS. On the Exopa 45, we from Boote Polch created this so-called travel package, like an upgraded or updated or like changed layout in the cabin, where, for example, we have more storage. Yeah? You want to store your stuff somewhere. So instead of having a huge bench here, we lowered the bench so you could still put on shoes, you could still lay some stuff down, but yeah, the storage is here essential. Another hanging locker to hang stuff. Just for reference, I'm 190, probably 190. I can stand up right here. When I move forward, I would then sit down. So it's not standing high in the full boat, but here in the middle I can stand comfortably. So that's probably so I can touch it with my roof. I have shoes on, so it's probably exactly 1 meter 90 high. Jenny, if you come in, we checked the bathroom. Finally, I have to say, that was always a big thing. We needed a separated bathroom, which is very convenient with a shower as well. Finally we're there. But yes, of course, we are on 45 foot. So this is something we can't not have. Standard in the BRABUS 1200 is this screen here. It's a Samsung the frame, so you can always put a nice picture. Controls are actually in here. We have a top loading fridge for like bedside drinks, like a hotel style. A small safe here. Air condition outlet on this side. Some storage underneath here as well. Again, some carbon, some textile here with the BRABUS stitching, and then this changed bow cabin bed layout. So instead of creating a bench here, we have this permanent bed solutions, which as well gives us underneath here some more storage for clothes and stuff. Just for reference, I would always sleep feet in. Oh, I can even slide. So this would be the furthest down. So it's probably 2 meter 10 bed length. Then from the width, easily to sleep 2 people. So that's quite comfortable. And now that's not in the night mode. Let's say in the day mode. I would open gull-wing doors and then create this outdoor-indoor living space where I can really see myself sitting down here, watching TV, enjoying the room in here. Sitting down here, take the TV, turn the TV around. This is something where you can utilize this room. If it would be without this, it would become too almost claustrophobic in here. So a nice hint, this gull-wing doors here in the front. Let's utilize them to get out with this step, which you just put in place to come to this enormous bow section. Sorry, let me just close the door. And for this customer, we've done this solution already on his BRABUS Shadow 900. So this is the gull-wing door cushion, and we've extended the gull-wing door cushion on the 900 already. So now I really have even more space to be here. Like my feet are going slightly over, so I would say it's probably 1 meter 80. A protection from the sun. And then of course there's a sunshade which goes out forward. We have carbon poles, they go in here each side, so to shade this full area in the front. Same with the bench here. Sitting here on the bench, cup holder, having a beer. Driving position is quite nice here. So when you drive 30 knots, 25 knots, that's quite a nice position. When it goes faster, you can't underestimate the speed of wind. Going 50 knots means 110. Stick your head off at the car with 110. That's really, really fast. We voted against a movable anchor bracket. So this is a fixed anchor bracket solution, which we installed here as a Boote Polch version. Anchoring for me is an essential part of the boat. So I want to have a trouble-free, like a secure anchoring. Moving parts and anchor folding out can be done, but this is like a 100% bulletproof version. Most sold anchor winch, I can release it, anchor drops, I can secure it to this. The anchor is working 100%, there's no doubt about it. Big space then for the fenders, fenders lines, so that's the robust solution for anchoring. Big cleats, it's a heavy anchor, and moving back now, seeing a more carbon parts, this beam lights, very, very strong coming back to the harbor, by using them at night to search for something, and as well they look very, very strong. The guys just come in, they're installing an espresso machine for the show, which starts in a couple of hours, so good, perfect timing while moving back. The only thing we have to improvise now a little bit is how we're going to go back into the cabin. Sun pad here in the back. A huge space. It's probably 2 meters by, I would say, 2.20 meters. I don't know how many people you fit. Probably 4 or 5 people. Depends a bit on the size of the people. It's immense, and inside here, now we're gonna not use the other entry, which I want to use. Give me a second, I'm gonna go inside.
BRABUS Marine Prospect somewhere here on this boat. Is BRABUS back?
So, this is our back hatch from the aft cabin. Julian, you want to give me the camera? Just put the arm in, and I'm going to take you along in the aft cabin. So someone is actually using the toilet at the moment. So we have a separate toilet compartment here in the aft cabin as well. We requested to have some plugs for 220 and as well a USB and a USB-C. Another time installation of a TV, same there, Samsung the frame. And even or almost better than staring at the screen is for me the huge window in the back where you can see the V10 engines, again some BRABUS upholstery. And we talked about the travel edition before. This is the second place where we have the travel edition. So you have storage here. We have another space underneath here, and full BRABUS sizing as well. More plugs. That's the JL audio, and all around carbon. Let me give this back to Julian. Julian. Had to use this exit now as they were working, installing some more stuff here in the back. Big feature we haven't been looking at is our new outside kitchen, let's call it, or call it a wet bar. We have always been a wet bar on the Axopar range, be it on the 28 or on the 37, which was then, instead of having the aft cabin. On the 45 now for the first, but it will be implemented in the other models in the future as well, is the wet bar, which is on top of the fender box. So you're not losing the entire fender box. You can still store stuff here in the back. But yeah, now you have a wet bar together with the aft cabin. Sink, a grill which keeps the smells out of the cabin, and then here you have the fridge, top loader fridge for drinks and water. Water is a drink, I know. Other side would be then just the fender box, to store fenders and lines, and as well a shower. So shower would be on this side. For this customer, we want to put a more comfortable shower, let's say, like a pole shower where you just shower like you would shower in your bathroom. Last thing but not least, on the top, we talked about the night vision camera as an aid for the night navigation. Then we have a search or beam, searchlight, a radar, VHF antenna and radio antenna. And further down here, that's the camera, the reverse camera, which is a standard on all 45s and BRABUS Shadow 1200s. Going back into the mooring, just seeing what happens here in the back, it's a big feature for the skipper. Yeah, that's almost the entire boat. There will be more boat videos once this boat gets to Mallorca, gets in the water, to take some pictures. We have no pictures, we have no video material for now. This will be first priority. We're super grateful for the customer, for the owner, who are going to come on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, to see his new boat, to give us the opportunity to use the boat here on the show, and to have the trust, or put the trust in me, in the team of Boote Polch, in the whole family, the whole group, in the guys in Mallorca, to bring this boat, to make this dream a reality. We are super excited. Julian, who's filming, can't wait to drive this boat. We're looking forward to have it in the harbor of Port Calanova. You want to sea trial, you want to test this boat, write us an email, join us at the next boat show, be it here in Düsseldorf or be it in Cannes in France, or see us in the customer days in Mallorca, end of April 2024. Looking forward to see you anywhere on the water with any boat. Doesn't have to be this beast of a boat. We're super happy to have our 25, 28, 37 BRABUS Shadow 500, BRABUS Shadow 900 customers all joined together out on the water, enjoying what we like the best, drive boats in Mallorca on the river, in Germany or anywhere else in the world. Thank you, enjoy this video, and see you next time.